Good day everyone! We are the third group and we will discuss about the corporate services sector. But first, what is the functions and responsibilities of corporate services sector? Corporate services sector oversees the effective management of corporate strategy and communications, as well as the human, financial, and physical resources to support the BSP's core functions. It is the area across corporate and administrative practice that addresses legal compliance and maintaining of legal and corporate records of a business in order. Corporate services sectors has an organizational chart, but now let's focus in the office of the Deputy Governor. The office of the Deputy Governor is to assure the provision of high-quality public services in those areas constitutionally assigned to the Deputy Governor, including reform of the Montserrat Public Service. This would increase the efficiency, effectiveness, and ensure public buildings are fit for purpose, provide administrative support to disaster management, Defense and HMP, Consular Affairs Services to protect national interest, and pension to support all citizens. These are the some of the services of the Office of the Deputy Governor that they provide to the public. First is the marriage license applications, belonger status applications, economic residence applications, application for permit of permanent residence, registration application or BOTC for children under 18 years old.
Under the office of the Deputy Governor is the Provident Fund Office. I am Antoinette Bumban and will be explaining about this topic. But first, what is Provident Fund? A Provident Fund is managed by the government with set minimum and maximum contribution level. Workers give a portion of their salaries to the Provident Fund, and employers must contribute on behalf of their employees. The money in the fund is then held and managed by the government and eventually withdrawn by retirees or, in certain countries, their surviving families. In some cases, the fund also pays out to the disabled who cannot work. The Provident Fund has two types. The first is the single fund, which refers to a provident fund established by only one employer, and pooled fund, which refers to a fund which is jointly established by two or more employers. The employers can either be affiliated companies in the same group or unrelated. Provident Fund has its set of components which are the employees' contribution benefit, employer's contribution benefit. The Provident Fund is responsible for administering the funds and implementing rules and regulations, including policies adopted by the BSP Provident Fund Board of Trustees. Also, they manage the fund's investment portfolio and its earnings. Fund placed in a provident fund will be managed by an investment management company in accordance with a specified investment policy to maximize the financial returns, given the acceptable risk level. The following are the subsectors of the corporate services sectors, which are the management services subsector and the controllership subsector, which will be defined, enumerated, and discussed by the rest of the reporters.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christine May S. Miranda. To start with the first subsector of CSS, which is the Management Services subsector, that consists of the following: Incident Management Team Operation Office, Facilities Management and Engineering Department, Project Development and Management Department, Procurement Management Department, Administrative Service Department, and lastly, the Asset Management Department. So, to start, for the Incident Management Team Operations Center or Office, it reviews, develops, updates, and implements the Incident Management Plan and Disaster Control Manual. It also leads the conduct of capability building programs on emergency disaster preparedness, response, and recovery. It also coordinates with the concerned BSP employees, BSP departments or offices, and other agencies and provide updates on all incidents or threats that impact the physical security and safety of BSP personnel and property. It also provides information or updates on public weather forecasts, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, and other natural and man-made disasters. When an emergency occurs or there is a disruption to the business, organized teams will respond in accordance with their established plans. They handle the welfare of all involved in BSP. Of course, we'll never really know or predict when something happens, so this team could help to prepare or at least give us a knowledge on what to do when these incidents will occur.
Good evening everyone, I am Alaysa Muñez and I will discuss Facilities Management and Engineering Department. Facilities Management is a support function that helps the engineering department staff to operate in a convenient and safe workplace, while also helping the department to achieve its operational and strategic goals. And its examples are the following. For instance, we have lease management including lease administration and accounting. Second, capital project planning and management. Third, maintenance and operations. And fourth, occupancy and space management. And for the engineering department, the physical plant, its mechanical systems, and the rehabilitation or modification of current facilities are all under the control of the engineering department. Professional engineers, licensed operating engineers, operational mechanics, registered architects, administrative employees with a master's degree, and craft specialists make up the staff. And also they provide or offer services such as installation, operations, and never-ending maintenance of effective, efficient, and safe electrical, mechanical, and communication equipment and allied facilities including building and vehicles. I will discuss about Project Development and Management Department. So, they both provide necessary architectural and engineering design services, including the preparation of project estimates, bid documents, cost management, and project implementation for all new constructions and major renovation projects for all BSP buildings and other BSP-owned buildings or facilities, as may be necessary. So let's say, for example, we have construction of a new bridge or building or developing software, even various web sources like torrent websites, online apps, etc. for an improved business process. That would be all. Thank you.
Following is the Procurement Management Department. I am Rhea Iran and I will tackle about this. So, the Procurement Management Department formulates and implements policies, plans, and programs pertaining to the department's procurement requirements or activities, purchasing, contract management, and monitoring towards the effective utilization of existing procurement systems and procedures in compliance with the government rules and regulations. So this department has two sections, which is the Bids and Awards Secretariat section and Procurement Planning and Contract Management section. In the Bids and Awards Secretariat section, they provide secretariat, operational, and administrative support to the bids and awards committees in the BSP head office and security plant complex or SPC. So for instance, they organize and make all necessary documents for BAC meetings and conferences, prepare minutes of meetings and resolutions of the BAC, take custody of procurement documents and other records. They also process purchase requisitions filed by end-user departments based in the BSP head office and SPC. In the Procurement Planning and Contract Management section, They take charge of contract documentation and monitoring, conduct of procurement-related studies, formulation of strategies related to procurement, and standardization of procurement procedures. Also, they assist in the contract management activities and provide technical support whenever necessary.
I am Jean Michelle M. La Rosa, and I will be tackling about the Administrative Services Department. So the Administrative Services Department are responsible for property control, payment of taxes, and insurance of real and movable BSP-owned properties, except acquired assets managed by the Asset Management Department. An inspection of deliveries procured through the BSP head office and procured by the Philippine International Convention Center under BSP's account. Procurement of common use supplies, warehouse and inventory management of supplies and materials for general use and of turned-in properties. Also, an administrative services manager oversees the administrative services of an organization. This may include overseeing administrative staff and coordinating mail distribution, record keeping, and monitoring facilities.
Again, good evening everyone. My name is Jessel Joy Mumungan, and to complete the Management Services subsector, here is the Asset Management Department. This department administers, preserves, and disposes properties acquired or foreclosed by the BSP in payment for loans secured from the bank. This also includes the real estate holding which are not really utilized or earmarked for use pursuant to its objectives or regular business. Now, let us move on to the controllership subsector. That includes the Oversight and Technical Services Group, Financial Accounting Department, and the Budget Management Department. The first one is the Oversight and Technical Services Group, which they provides oversight function over operating departments. This is to ensure that the consistency and proper implementation, as well as to ensure that the operating departments comply with the approved policies, procedures, guidelines, and government rules and regulations. Next is they also ensures BSP's proper and timely compliance with tax laws and implementing regulations. It also includes the proper tax accounting and reporting.
And I think that will be all for me. And just keep on listening up to the last departments that is part of the controllership subsector that will be discussed by the next reporter. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Maria Micaela Hirana Librado. So let's proceed to the Financial Accounting Department. So the Financial Accounting Department is responsible for accounting, bookkeeping, fund, administration, and disbursement activities of the BSP. So this department used to record the daily transactions, including the reportorial and publication requirements, the mathematical formulas for reconciling such published statements, and submitted reports with the general ledger accounts of the bank. Next is maintain, reconciles, and control demand deposit accounts of the Treasurer of the Philippines, banks and non-banks performing quasi-banking and other institutions maintained by the BSP. The Department of Finance Accounting is responsible for overseeing the BSP's financial process, including all the activities such as the proper interest lent by the banks and etc. By this, they make sure that all of the banks are safe and sound manner in the public. Also, any banks that under by the BSP fails to adopt the authorized manual of accounts shall be penalized by revocation or suspension of its authority to engage in quasi-banking function.
I'm Luni Jane Heredia and I'll be discussing Budget Management Department. Budget Management Department serves as technical staff of the BSP Budget Committee in the formulation of budget guidelines. As the word budget, they are the ones who manage the money that comes from the people or citizens and fully utilize it for the betterment of the country. They lead public expenditure management to ensure the fairness, wise, and clear accountable allocation of public funds. They provide technical assistance to BSP departments, offices, branches, committees in the preparation, monitoring, and administration of their respective budgets. So they offer great assistance to BSP since they are the one who manage and are responsible for giving their allocating budget. Lastly, they perform periodic vetting, evaluation of budget variance, accountability reports. As they are responsible for utilizing the budget, they participate in giving wise decisions and strictly evaluating the budget given and giving financial reports. If there are future projects, the Budget Management Department made a careful decision of the amount needed for each respective departments, offices, branches, and committees.